Have you ever been hurt so deeply that you thought you could never forgive? Have you held on to a wound for so long it became part of who you are? Forgiveness. It's one of the hardest commandments Jesus ever gave, and maybe the most misunderstood. Today, let's go deep into what real gospel-centered forgiveness means. Not easy answers, not cliches, but truth. Section 1. What did Jesus actually teach about forgiveness? In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus says, "Love your enemies. Pray for those who persecute you." Matthew 5:44. "Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us." The Lord's Prayer, Matthew 6:12. And when Peter asked him, "Lord, how many times should I forgive? 7 times?" Jesus replied, "No, not 7 times, but 70 times 7. Matthew 18:22. He didn't mean 490 times. He meant without limit. That's radical. No other religious teacher, no other philosophy asks you to love and forgive your enemies this way. But Jesus does, and not as a suggestion, as a way of life. Section 2. Forgiveness is not forgetting. Let's be honest. Forgiveness does not mean pretending nothing happened. It doesn't mean ignoring abuse, trauma, or injustice. Jesus never asked us to suppress our wounds. He asked us to surrender them. Forgiveness is not weakness. It is strength. It is the decision to let go of vengeance. Not because the other person deserves it, but because you deserve peace. One Ukrainian priest once said, "The world sees the one who forgives first as weak, but in the gospel, the one who forgives first is the strongest." Section 3. Stories of real forgiveness. There was a man who forgave the killer of his daughter. He stood in court and said, "I forgive you," because that's what Christ commands. It didn't erase the pain, but it released the soul. Another woman, Josephine Bakita, kidnapped from Sudan as a child, beaten, branded, sold into slavery, became a Catholic nun. When asked what she would do if she met her captors, she said, "I would kneel and kiss their hands, because without them, I would not have known Christ." That's not weakness. That's transformation. Section 4. Why is forgiveness so hard? Sometimes it's hard because we misunderstand it. We think, if I forgive, they win. If I forgive, it means I'm okay with what happened. But here's the truth. Forgiveness does not justify the offense. It frees the offended. Sometimes the person who hurt you is carrying their own pain, like the monk in the monastery, who no one liked, until someone listened to his story and discovered a broken childhood full of violence and loneliness. When we stop and listen, we don't just forgive. We begin to understand. Section 5. The cross is the ultimate lesson. On the cross, Jesus said, "Father, forgive them. They don't know what they're doing." Luke 23:34. He said it to those who nailed him there. The early Christian martyr, Stephen, said the same as stones crushed him. "Lord, do not hold this sin against them." Acts 7:60. Forgiveness is not just what Jesus taught. It's what he lived. And if you struggle to forgive, you're not alone. Even the saints struggled. Even priests struggle. But Christ doesn't ask us to do it on our own. He offers grace. So here's the question. Is there someone in your life you need to forgive? Don't wait for them to apologize. Don't wait until you feel ready. Start with prayer. Start with surrender. Start with the cross. Because when you forgive, truly forgive, you reflect the heart of Jesus and you become free.